Did you know that as a real estate agent, you are very unlikely to make it past year 2? Not because you're lazy, but because nobody actually tells you how to build a predictable business. I've seen it hundreds of times, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make sure that you are not one of them. My name is Garth Ward. I've trained thousands of agents across this industry. I've sold over $1 billion of real estate, and I've been in the industry for 13 years. If you're interested in potentially partnering up with me, click a link in the description below. Without further ado, let's get straight into why this happens so often and so regularly. Let's get into the harsh truth. The first thing is agents and across the industry. I'm not saying that you are one of them because I hope that you're not, but across the industry, agents will rely on referrals, luck, broker training that doesn't actually help or increase your income. And what I want you to focus on is increasing your income by placing in predictable outcomes with predictable inputs. And that's how we can change everything for you. 87% of agents in your position will quit the business before year 2 begins. There's lack of systems, accountability, and there's no proven direction to help you get there. If I can reframe that and give you a roadmap, ideally, you can stay in this business and become extremely productive. I remember when I was a younger agent and I was first into this business, all I could focus on was trying to figure out the systems, trying to figure out title and lending and the process and the contracts. And because of that, I took my eye off the ball that really mattered. And that was predictable outcomes based on predictable inputs. And I didn't have what any of those were. So I spent years of time making sure that I could come out with a plan for myself. And of course, there was a turning point where I realized that none of it matters. None of your knowledge matters until you actually have business to implement it with. None of your ability to communicate properly matters until you have clients to communicate with. So let's focus on that for a quick second. Let's focus on your ability to communicate. If you haven't sat back and communicated with a camera to yourself exactly how you would present your presentation, exactly how you would present to a buyer, and why somebody should actually work with you, it's going to be very difficult for yourself to win against expert and seasoned agents across the industry. The easiest thing to think of is sports. I know that doesn't make any sense, but here's the reality. If you see a world-class sports athlete playing on the field, you know that they are not practicing while they are in the game. They are performing what they've practiced. So I'm going to urge you to actually practice your craft, not on your clients, but on yourself in front of a camera. And I know that might be a little daunting, but it's the best way to hone in on your skills. The next thing you're going to need is to hone in on sales, objection handling, how to handle a phone call, how to handle the process. Once all that's dialed in, we can focus on prospecting. And prospecting is really going to be at the crux of everything. If you can curate a lot of people potentially wanting to work with you, you will win opportunities. It's that simple. If you want to stop guessing and start growing, here is the basic formula for growth. More prospecting every single day. A lot of people are going to tell you, just prospect for an hour or 2 every day. But I'm going to give you the harsh realities and the harsh truth. And that is, if you don't have clients, you should be prospecting all day, every single day until you have clients. It's that simple. You should be doing cold calls. And I know you don't want to hear that, but cold calls for an hour or 2 a day. You should be on social media, properly building out and pushing your brand, your image, and your identity. You should be doing open houses, several of them. If you want to learn open houses, listen to my open house videos. It has helped hundreds of agents get to multiple 6 figures in GCI just from open houses alone, holding 8 of them every single weekend. If you're looking for that book, just comment below, give me the book, and put in the thing that you learned the most about on this video, and I will connect with you and give you a free copy of my open house book that has guided all of those agents to success. That being said, open houses, cold calls, social media, and door knocking. I know as a society we have gotten really scared of toe-to-toe communication, but the reality is this. If you can have the conversation with people face-to-face, you are going to win in this business, because that's ultimately what the whole business is about. Going door to door can be something that drastically changes your business, whether you earn business from it or not. I remember one day waking up at 4 a.m., dropping off flyers until 9 a.m., and then door knocking and dropping off flyers until 7 p.m. I went more than 29 miles that day, door to door. I earned exactly zero business from those efforts, but I learned a lot. I learned how to deal with people, I learned how to handle those conversations, and I built a potential pipeline for people that would work with me in the future. And you have to divorce yourself from immediate outcomes if you're going to win in this business. And I know that you can. Here's the last framework that I'm going to give you. Consistency through discipline. If you are going to be an agent that outperforms the industry and stays in the business longer than 2 years, and you want to be one of the high producing agents in the future, all you have to do is remain consistent, do all of those productivity tasks, do them the right way in an intelligent way. But you're going to need accountability. You're going to need the ways to best convert when you get those real conversations about hiring you. If you get 100 conversations that are real and you can't convert any of them, it's not relevant. So you have to be able to convert them. You have to train your ability to win. From there, I do suggest dressing for success. Always dress a slight level higher than you think is necessary for any given task. On top of that, physical discipline. It's something a lot of us will shy away from today, but I'm not going to. Stay physically active and get as fit as you possibly can. Remove any of your potential habits that are bad from a food perspective or a drinking perspective, and make sure to be physically active every single day. That will totally change your framework on the ability to stay consistent with your prospecting methods. It's not going to be easy, but I know you can do it. If you're looking for the ability to have a conversation with me, again, completely free, no obligation, click a link in that description, and let's see if we might be a good fit to potentially partner together, or maybe I can help you in some way. I look forward to seeing you guys on future videos, and if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I go into great detail about a lot of these prospecting videos inside of those. I'll see you on the next one, and I hope to see you on a call.